What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's late night agenda. What have I got in store for you tonight? Well, a couple of things. We're going to be speaking about a name that none of us have mentioned yet, but his name was dropped today in the media. We're going to be speaking about an injury update that we believe will be coming our way, and we also have a little bit of news around me disagreeing with somebody who I hold in very high esteem and I think is very, very wrong about Jude Bellingham. We'll get to that in a minute, but beforehand, you know the drill. If you like the video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Maybe you don't like it. I still want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Do drop a like and, of course, hit that subscribe button. So let's start off with the news about the unexpected player, or the player that none of us had mentioned until today. And that is Leandro Trossard of Brighton. He is out of contract in the summer, and it looks like Brighton may be willing to cash in January. Now, Ben Jacobs has been tweeting about this, and Ben Jacobs is a very reliable journalist. Ben Jacobs said that Leandro Trossard was left out of the FA Cup game against Middlesbrough, and that Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United, Newcastle, and I think maybe one or two more, maybe Spurs were the other club mentioned, have been offered Leandro Trossard. Now, look, Liverpool Football Club executives, I don't know if you're watching this video or not, but if you are, and it's a big, big if, listen, come here to me. We don't need to sign everybody that plays well against us. It's okay to say no every now and again. So we know he scored a hat-trick against us. I know what the urge is. You're so close to picking up that phone, but don't do it. Leandro Trossard's a fine footballer, but not the right fit for Liverpool Football Club, in my opinion. Newcastle, as Ben Jacobs said, look like they want a bit of a younger forward to bring in. And look, I do respect Leandro Trossard, but I don't want him at Liverpool Football Club. I just don't think it's a good fit for us. Let me know your thoughts. So then we move on to the second bit of information that I said today, which is regards to an injury update. So Paul Gorst was tweeting earlier on, and normally I try and avoid Paul Gorst like the plague, to be honest with you, but he was tweeting about something quite simple that I don't mind throwing his name out and giving him credit for, and that is that we're expecting an injury update from Jurgen Klopp with regards to Diogo Jota on Friday at his press conference. He goes on to say that it's thought that the Champions League game against Real Madrid is the date that Liverpool are hoping to have Diogo Jota back for, but again, trying to measure and temper expectations because Diogo Jota has been out for 5 months, I think it will be at that point. So good news that he's on the road to recovery. We can certainly do having him and Diaz back ASAP, along with, of course, big Virgil van Dijk, who is out. And look, it's no surprise. That's the game, isn't it? That everyone's got penciled in their calendar. If you're due to be back fit in and around that time at all, that's going to be where everybody's aiming for. So look, we'll have to wait and see what happens on that one, but just a bit of a quick update. So then the final thing today, and it's the biggest thing, and it's the thing that's going to cover most of this video, is around Spanish football expert Guillem Balaguer, somebody who I've had the pleasure of meeting, somebody who is a really nice guy, and somebody who, as I very much agree, has their finger on the pulse of Spanish football. Guillem is an esteemed journalist. You might not always agree with him, but he knows what he's talking about. On this occasion, I beg to differ to Mr. Balaguer. So Guillem has said on ITV that he thinks Jude Bellingham is ready for a move to Real Madrid and that Real Madrid are favourites quite clearly. Well, Guillem, I would respectfully disagree, sir. Borussia Dortmund will have to have a conversation with the player, as he has said. But I don't for 1 second believe that Real Madrid are favourites for Jude Bellingham. Far from it. I firmly believe Liverpool are favourites for Jude Bellingham. He goes on to say Real Madrid spoke about the price, €100 million plus 40 million depending on certain bonuses. No problem, according to Guillem, for Real Madrid. But here's the thing. As much as I respect Guillem Balaguer's work, and as much as I said, when I met him, he was a lovely guy and I hold him in very high regard, I very much disagree with him on this. Now, look, who the hell am I? I'm an upstart, I'm a nobody. How dare I question Guillem Balaguer? It's probably what a lot of you guys are thinking. But I'm going to just flip this on its head for a little moment or two. There was no talk of Real Madrid signing Jude Bellingham in the last 6 to 8 weeks. It was all, they're backing away. Now all of a sudden, and you've noticed this, I'm sure, on social media, the PR campaign and the charm offensive has suddenly been turned up a few notches. You know, you've got your Madrid-friendly accounts on Twitter, your Madrid-friendly media, of which I absolutely include Guillem Balaguer in, by the way, and that's my point on this one. Sometimes it's about what perspective you have on a potential transfer or on a deal. So, as much as Guillem Balaguer is a footballing legend and a very, very fine pundit, I think he's wrong on this one, quite simply. For me, the stories around Liverpool Football Club today, maybe offering jobs or roles or trying to bring the entire Bellingham family together, that makes more sense to me than Jude Bellingham, who went to Germany to up his game, to get experience in order to come back to the Premier League. Real Madrid will always be there for Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is a player who's constantly said that he wants to be the best Jude Bellingham that he can be. He wants to be the standout. He wants to be the person who is faultless, is flawless, is as perfect to a perfect footballer as can be. He spoke about many, many things. But nothing about Jude Bellingham makes me think that he's going to want to go to Real Madrid to be another player. Now, I know this is hard sometimes for Spanish football fans, particularly Madristas, to get to grips with. But here's the thing. All the mistreatment and the booing and all the other crap that goes on towards former Real Madrid greats. Just look at Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, imagine booing him at the Santiago Bernabeu after everything that he's done. So for me, I'm sure they want him. I'm sure they're briefing certain things, but I quite simply don't believe it. Now, do I believe the story that's out in the media today that said Liverpool want to sign Jude Bellingham, give Mark Bellingham a job as a scout? That much, I actually don't know. I don't know that because I don't know anything from the Liverpool side. Remember where I said my information comes from is a journalist who has contacts within the family. So for me, I don't know what Liverpool are offering. I don't know what Liverpool are going to offer from a financial package to Jude Bellingham, and I don't know what numbers they're going to offer to Borussia Dortmund. What I do know is Liverpool Football Club have moved heaven and earth to make sure that they are right at the top of the queue for Jude Bellingham if and when the time comes for him to leave Borussia Dortmund, and that time looks like it will be this summer. So let's let the cards fall as they may and let's see what transpires here, because I know it's very easy to believe Real Madrid will just come and get him. It's very easy to believe Manchester City will just come and get him. But I've said to you for a very long time, he's no ordinary footballer. He is a legacy man. He is somebody who wants to be the greatest player that he can be, and he wants to evolve, and he wants to grow, and he wants to be part of something bigger, and he wants a connection with the fans. All of these things don't really scream Real Madrid to me. Winning stuff, no question. Real Madrid, trophy-laden career. Look at Gareth Bale. But does anybody look at Gareth Bale and go, Gareth Bale, superstar? Not really. Even though his trophy cabinet and his peak years were amazing. But ultimately, he's just another Real Madrid player that was overshadowed during his time at the club by Cristiano, who was, of course, setting the world alight, scoring goals, winning trophies. They were a winning machine. Bellingham knows if he comes to Liverpool Football Club under the tutelage of Jurgen Klopp, he will develop and he will become the best midfielder in the Premier League and probably in Europe. And that's why I'm so adamant that I still believe Liverpool to be front runners in this conversation. The only thing I cannot guarantee you is what FSG will do. That I can't say. There's been lots of talk this week that maybe Jurgen Klopp and FSG have had a fallout. We don't know is the honest answer with regards to that. But trust me, Jurgen has put his eggs in the Bellingham basket. He does not big up players for no reason. Think about him speaking about Bellingham recently. Think about all the smoke he blew up his backside. Think about all the praises. Is he doing all of that if he knows that Real Madrid have basically got him signed? No. That's not the actions of a man who thinks that this battle is lost. So let's wait and see what happens, my friends. If I do receive any future updates on it, I will of course be on here to let you know. And again, I just want to reiterate, I have nothing but the highest of regard for Guillaume Balaguer. But on this subject, I believe Mr. Balaguer is incorrect and that this bald Irish idiot is spot on. So look, my friends, I will talk to you soon. Much love as always. Take care.